Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, we're full power this morning.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
hello.
Is there just like, do we just decide with 5th edition that they're like, fuck the Genasi?
Yeah, dude, they're really. I don't know what they did with that. Like, they're not.
Like,
Like,
all I want is a goddamn fucking stupid NPC generator thing where I can
Yeah.
get a goddamn Genasi stat block.
They, especially like in 4E, I felt they were so all over that. Like,
Yeah.
huge presence in 4E. And then, like, yeah, man, they just undercut them wholesale. Undercutters. How's everyone doing?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Hung over.
Hungover, really?
Yeah, I got really excited about making banana blueberry.
Is that why we got
cinnamon
that
rolls.
sweet last night?
Oh man, it was amazing. And and then we were watching Northern Exposure, and I was just like, I'm in my element. I'm having cinnamon rolls, Northern Exposure. I'm gonna have a drink or two, and then a drink or two turned into me waking up on a plate with a half-eaten
You woke up on a plate?
Yeah, my face was on a plate with a half-eaten gyro and a bunch of what do you call them? Pringles.
What kind
So
of
I was
Pringles?
like, okay, that's not going to happen.
What kind of Pringles?
Sour cream and onion.
Have you had suspicious stew?
Wait, what?
There's a suspicious
Minecraft Pringle.
stew, Minecraft Pringle, and it is the best Pringle. I will die on that hill. It's the best fucking Pringle.
Like, this is a Pringle I can go out and buy.
Yeah, do it now.
Suspicious stew.
Yeah, it's called suspicious stew. It's limited.
That's also the name of the guy you have to buy it from.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's just spelled a little
where
differently.
Where do I find this suspicious stew at?
You can find it anywhere. Kasana gets it from Target. So it's a little spicy.
I like spicy food.
I love it. It's so goddamn tasty. And they keep saying, well, it's limited, so it's gonna be gone soon. And I'm like, you need to buy every fucking can of this that's ever been known to man. Suspicious stew.
We can't go on together with suspicious stew.
I'm like, of all the things like in Minecraft, this is what you decided to make a chip out of. I mean, never, but fuck yeah, I'm down. All right. Well, I am trying to finish up. Yeah, meet someone new. Can I not change these things? Can I not do a little changing? Apparently not. This is bullshit.
I shouldn't show this, but I know that by the time anybody sees it, it'll probably be okay. So here you go, Ben.
Oh, that turned out so good.
All right, just a brief little glimpse. I still got plenty of paint to do, but I'll take pictures and all that stuff.
Do you know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of John Walker's look in the Invaders stuff that Scott Collins drew.
Yeah, I definitely like when the when the choice came, like, okay, do this. I'm like, oh yeah, if I do Scott Collins, Jack, that'll probably get me most of the way. And
I can't remember if did Union Jack look different
in that. Yes, he had a much more tactical kind of vibe to him. So
it's a poorly written comic, I think, in a lot of ways, but I think
Austin, maybe.
Yeah. But I really like the premise, and I like the character
ideas there. Yeah.
Union Jack's fun.
No, I mean, like Thin Man was in it. Blazing Skull, John Walker, Captain America. Who else was in that?
Spitfire,
that's right.
The new Tora was in a take on Toro. They wanted to give him a Human Torch, and that character kind of disappeared, but which is fine, considering she was basically just like a little bit of the whole sex infant trope.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. Born sexy yesterday.
Yeah.
What is going on?
So
Guys, stop hitting each other's
So
butts.
I guess Chuck might have pulled it together because he was like a big he was like a producer. He was involved with the Netflix She-Ra cartoon like pretty significantly.
the
Which
She-Ra cartoon, really?
yeah, which is not like that
Princess
is
of
not
Power one?
Yeah.
the career path I would have expected from
I heard that was really good. I never
I
watched
loved it. I
From
fucking
Chief
thought it was
Austin.
great.
based
Yeah.
on the comics that he did. That is not where I would have seen him going,
No, not at all.
especially once he left Marvel. What World Watch? Oh my god, that was just dog shit.
I don't even know what that is. It's like
Oh,
you're
it's
speaking
it's
language.
it was here's the Justice League, but they all fuck,
Oh,
and
damn it.
here's a bunch of like
So it's the
stereotypes and
so
It's-
it's the elite,
it
or not the
not even,
elite, the authority.
Gee.
but less like even less socially. Like at least the Authority was trying to say something about superheroes and the world and all that. World Watch was definitely not.
I just mean it was a knockoff.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, this was even more of a knockoff, and it was just more of an
It was a
excuse.
knockoff of a knockoff. It was a facsimile of a facsimile of a facsimile.
Yeah,
God dang it! This is gonna piss me off. I just want these things. I have everything else. I just need this one. I need a fucking NPC stat block for this one creature, this one NPC, and I can't even get. Oh, come on, man!
it's hard out here for a pimp.
It's hard out here, dog. It's hard out here. All I want is some fucking Genasi, baby. Just a Genasi. How are you guys doing?
Just a little taste of Genasi. That's all.
And just an Earth Genasi. Oh shit, Earth Genasi.
Hey,
Whoa.
Let me view this. Come on, let it be good.
I'm looking at this World Watch stuff for the first time, and this is just like fucking rip-off city. Like just looking at this team.
oh yeah, I mean,
like,
that's
whoa.
like that's not an uncommon thing in comics, especially.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
we're just gonna like we're gonna do this because that way we don't need to explain who these characters are.
Yeah, you'll know who they are. You've got your Wonder Woman, you got your
At least
kind
you
of
can
Superman guy,
it's it's and whatever. That doesn't necessarily
your
bother me
Speedster, your Black
in and of
Panther.
itself. Oh yeah, their speedster is a topless woman with combat pants covered in like mercury or something. And she used to wear shirts, but apparently they would always fall off, so she just stopped.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's
At that point, sometimes I gotta wonder if like that was the brief that someone gave them. Like, hey, this is what I really want out of this bullshit. So you need to do that. Because this just all sounds so fucking terrible that even he's not bad enough to do this.
I mean, he was, and it's got those editorial bits where he kind of, it's, oh man, it's, so good for him for getting
Warrior Princess
therapy or whatever it was.
Getting out of his system.
Yeah, I don't know, because, it's rough.
What else has Chuck Austin done?
He did a terrible run on X-Men. Just a terrible run.
He was like,
yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay.
He was all over Marvel for a minute there. He was on all, he had a run on Avengers. He did New Invaders. He did US War Machine, which is where I first encountered him. And that was like weird CG art.
Yeah.
It was like a weekly black and white miniseries.
Oh yeah.
I think it's one of those things where somebody at Marvel got like a hair up their ass that this was going to be their next guy.
Yeah.
I mean, in the era of Johns is on the rise, more Millar is on the rise.
Ugh.
I can see where they might have, thought that. But yeah, whoo, doggies. There's a lot of just real. So I mean, he hasn't done comics in a while. But it was very interesting to me to find out that he was at all involved with She-Ra.
Well, it's kind of like David Goyer, though, too. David Goyer, he did a lot. He did a lot of stuff, but he was never the primary writer. He was always on a writing team. So while he did some interesting stuff, primarily the JSA stuff with John's, John stayed and that book just got better. But then he went and he's done all this screenwriting stuff. And while a lot of it's hit and miss, I mean, he found a home.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just, again, maybe it's
well, and it's the best thing Jeff Loeb ever did was Commando. So
yeah.
I will die on that hill. And this is just somebody who doesn't mind like the various color books and Superman for All Seasons and all that stuff, but holy shit, his Ultimate stuff was garbage.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that.
Anyway.
All right. So I'm trying to, if you didn't notice, I'm trying to build this NPC here for I didn't want an evoker though, thank you. I wanted I need a caster, but maybe a warden, I guess.
A smoker, a midnight toker.
Yeah, nice. But I need an Earth Genasi, and apparently it just does not exist online. And I needed a sword mage, but that also isn't in any of these PC builders, which is
tweak it or do it from scratch, or
I think I'm just going to steal a little what I can to make this easier. So the other thing I wanted to do, can I
kick it? Yes, you can.
I guess I can. Oh, that's not what I want. Warden's a fucking. Okay,
I've never seen RPG Tinker before.
I just found it. It's a good little thing.
You liking it?
Yeah, evoker. What's an arcanist? I need a caster class that's like a combat caster class. It's not an evoker, but I mean, I'm just not seeing anything. What's it do? Spell casting. It's a wizard. Okay, we'll take this.
No, like spell sword or anything like that?
No. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. And then I need some help with some names, and then we'll get into our business.
All right. What the hell?
Did you say Pat? What the hell?
I said happy to help.
Oh, I think you said Pat. What the hell? And I was like, oh damn, Pat. What the are you doing, Pat?
It's Pat.
All I could think of was Pat from Polygon. And I was like, oh man, Pat.
See, if you tell me Pat, I'm probably going to think of Pit Pat from Mr. Show, America's favorite pansexual amorphous spokes thing.
Oh yeah, Pit Pat. It's Pit Pat.
It's just kind of a blue thing. That's all it ever does.
Oh my god.
But I think he was the mascot for whatever. I can't remember what the company was, but that was when my father founded this company in the 1700s with one rickety old slave ship and the motto "People selling people to people."
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, that's sketch. That's a good one. It's all to like get the guy to have a heart attack, and they keep like just putting up all these absurd like things.
Oh yeah, they're trying to kill their CEO
boss.
or whatever. Yeah, that ad for "You gotta try this burger, you piece of shit. It's fucking delicious."
Oh yeah, there's eat it, you cocksucker. Oh god, I haven't watched Mr. Show in forever. I need to get back on it. I love that one. That's such a solid sketch show.
Oh yeah, just all stars.
Might be my
Other
favorite.
than the one dude getting freaking arrested.
Jay Johnston. Yeah, dude, that broke my heart.
Yeah. That bummed me out.
That really bummed me out. I loved him on like the Sarah Silverman program as Jay the cop, and then to find out like, oh shit,
Yeah,
you went like one of my favorite sketches, and it's such a dumb sketch of Mr. Show is the one where it's like they get into this weird like it's almost like a Ken Burns Civil War documentary, but like all around like can you have mayonnaise or mustard on your sandwich? And then like he's dressing up as like Abraham Lincoln and like
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Because it's all about here's the mustard mayonnaise, and then there's mayo stirred.
Mustard mayonnaise or something, or mayo,
the competing one. And you've got Bob Odenkirk like making a sandwich, and he just gets increasingly old, and his daughter's like, I gotta go to school now, Daddy. And he's like, I'll be right with you. He's trying to make his mustard mayonnaise sandwich.
Yep. Yeah.
And then she comes back in. She's like, Daddy, I'm graduating from high school now. He's like, I'll be right with you, honey. And
that's the one where like
at the end woman comes in, Daddy, I'm dying. I'll be right there, honey.
Yeah, Daddy, I'm dying. And she's older than him somehow.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mixing because he was having to mix the mayo stirred and the mustard mayonnaise. He was trying to get the right blend. It's like you don't have to do that anymore with mustard mayonnaise or whatever.
Okay.
Warning, mayo will spoil before mustard.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's the one that had Jay Johnston as bizarre.
Like in like all these people are
Super
like
Spike?
enslaved in in the mustard mayonnaise factory, and he like bursts in. He's like, "Let's get the hell out of here!" and like leads them to freedom. And they're all like parading him on their shoulders at the end. He's like pumping his arms and fitting.
It's a mustard and mayonnaise themed Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
Uncle Sam. Yeah. No,
Uncle Sam. Yeah.
The Tale of Everest, which was the other big one that I remember him for.
Oh,
was great.
With all the little the tchotchkes he keeps like knocking down, and it's
just the dedication to the bit.
The most overdrawn physical comedy sketch I've ever seen. Which is the whole point of it. It's wonderful.
So yeah, anyway, bad about that, but also fuck that guy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
he turned out to be a shitbag.
Full on January 6th was there.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of jokes because it was like the FBI had the photos, like, "Oh, help us identify this man." And people would be like, "Oh, it's Jay Johnston from Mr. Show," and they were joking, and then it's like, "Oh no, it actually is."
That is, yeah.
It's kind of like I can't remember which metal band it was. It's not one of the ones that I enjoy. Iced Earth. Yeah, that dude was there.
The guitarist. Yeah.
I mean, you got to think too. Like the other people in that band had to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, I think he got kicked out.
Our entire band forever.
I mean, hopefully, yeah. That's I was listening to something recently, and they were talking about like just this weird cursed season of SNL, and it was the episode with Harry Dean Stanton and the Replacements, and everybody was super, super drunk.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the Replacement show, like their set on both their sets.
Yeah, everybody's hammered, including
they
Harry
come
Dean
out for their
Stanton,
second one. They can barely play. They've all changed their clothes around. You can tell,
except for Bob Stinson, who was in the bathroom doing drugs.
Oh well, like you do. I love the Replacements. They're
but like the cast that year was
that when they had that
Dennis Miller?
Okay,
Randy Quaid.
Oh Jesus!
There's a lot of Randy Quaid. Damon Wayans was on there as a featured performer. Who else? Maggie Gyllenhaal? No, not Maggie Gyllenhaal. No, Joan. Shit, what's her name? Anyway, but Robert Downey Jr. That was like the one
Yeah.
season he was a part of the cast.
Anthony Michael Hall was a part of the cast, I believe, too, at one point.
Maybe,
Like,
yeah. And then John Lovitz was there. But they were talking
yeah, isn't
about
those are the years
how-
too, I think, where Lorne Michaels wasn't directly on hand as a producer.
No, he was involved there because he was the one who
was
banned. He banned the replacements
Oh shit. Okay.
because I think Paul Westerberg said "fuck" on the air, and
You can't stop
like,
him.
they were worried. He was worried that they were just going to get the show like pulled because apparently that had happened before, and like the FCC was not happy about it, or the network or something.
Yeah.
So he like confronted their manager at the after party, and their manager was like, "Man, I don't care." And so he got really pissed that they weren't more contrite and just banned them from the show. But
I guess, like, why would you worry about them being contrite? You'll just go fuck off. I mean,
right, I don't. Well, because he's Lorne Michaels and he's a weird dude.
he is very, very like placating all. He's one of those, all sides type of guy, which is just fucking weird to me.
Well, and he also seems like he just got his little bit of power, and now he's like it's just gone to his head.
I mean, say what you will about Mike Myers and like how his reputation is, but like when you make that guy your go-to for your like arch evil villain,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and so did the kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, kids in the hall, brain candy. Oh, can we get the big table in here, or I have to cut that fucking tree down myself?
Yeah.
That movie. Oh god.
But anyway, so that as part of this podcast, they were talking about how weird it was that like Randy Quaid was like the main guy, and apparently he had directed some sketches, and like how odd that was, but also that they're like, oh no, apparently like people act like Randy Quaid being freaking insane is a new thing.
It's
Yeah.
always been there. He's always been a nut guy.
It was around this time. I think it was before the year before that episode. He, in an interview, and again, it was like knowing Hollywood, this isn't like impossible, but I feel like they do it with a little more, subtlety or grace, maybe. But anyway, Randy Quaid became convinced that Hollywood had created a paper person named Rhonda L. Quaid, who they were sending all of his royalties to, and was not happy about that.
Jeez.
And
What
it's
a
like, I don't
nut.
see that as impossible for some production studio to do, but it just, yeah, I don't think it happened.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I'm just reading a cool story about neo-Nazis in Wisconsin.
Well, yeah.
Great.
I don't know why you're. I don't know why you'd be surprised by that whatsoever.
Oh, well, just like
I mean, I'm surprised.
it's just like the brazenness of
They're
them.
not in the same cloud.
Yeah,
They probably are, but
there is.
Oh yeah.
Let's be honest.
Oh well, fuck,
There
man.
was,
Like I had a oven repairman come over like Wednesday night, and seemed like a decent dude. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, with no prompting on anyone's part, you know that St. Paul used to be a lot wider. It's just like,
oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
It's like,
that
okay.
type of shit goes on, and I get so just absolutely pissed off.
Yeah, I had to walk away, otherwise I was gonna.
There will be conversations at my in-laws' house that they don't happen so much now, because a couple of years ago at a birthday party at my younger sister-in-law's house, her husband and one of his buddies were drunkenly saying some shit, and I got mad enough. I popped off, and they both kept talking, like just kind of making it even more embarrassing. And I told them, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to beat your ass in front of your kids in your house. I will embarrass you.
Good.
And my mother-in-law was very upset. So we were supposedly banned all. Hey, Super Spike and Shaggy, sorry.
Yeah. Hey guys.
We supposedly banned all political talk. So now when he wants to talk about his screeds, he does so drunkenly in a corner, roping my father-in-law in. And as my wife has said, you know, man, my dad really misses like talking to you and stuff. And I was like, those two get drunk together, and I don't want to be fucking part of it. Like I don't drink anymore, and that dude can't shut the fuck up. Like I don't even know when he breathes. And your dad is so nice, he doesn't ever say no. He doesn't. He just is like,
yeah. Danny had that conversation with her dad, like, hey, don't talk about this stuff because it makes it uncomfortable. We don't want to be there for it. And then he was lamenting like that he and I don't have a better relationship. And it's like, because you can't fucking, and she told him this, it's like, because you can't not. Like, he knows what it does and he does it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like a point of pride, or like, oh, you can't tell me what to say in my own house. It's like, no, I can't, but I don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. You know, for me, I'm not. I mean, I've said this before. It's like I just will be like, I'm done. Bitches be gone, and I'll just walk away. I mean, I've done that with my own flesh and blood, where I've been like, I'm done with you. I mean, one reason I did not get put in the will of my very rich grandfather on my mom's side was because, like, in my sophomore year of college, he got real mouthy at Christmas, and I just went, fuck you, looked at everybody else, said Merry Christmas, and I walked home. Because I was like, I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm a grown ass person now. You're gonna be needling me. I'm just gonna be like, fuck off.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, yeah, you don't need to subject yourself to it because this person's related to you.
Yeah, which is, you know, as I've always been told, he wanted you to punch back. You know, he loved my brother and sister because they would just give shit right back. I just don't have the tolerance for that.
Yeah,
I would just get angry and be like,
yeah, like
you.
I don't want to go to, like, this is supposed to be a fun time.
Yeah.
Like,
so
we're all together as a family. Let's have some fun. So no, you got a freaking needle.
The next time I saw him was at my brother's wedding reception, and the first words out of his mouth was, "Ooh, you got fat." And I looked at him and I was like, "Glad to see you're still a prick. Bye." And I walked away. Didn't see him for another 6 years. Saw him in his home, which now he was living with my aunt, and went and visited him, and he was so fucking crazy nice to Cassandra. It was insane, even though he did not come to our wedding. After, like, she went to go see something my aunt was working on, he was just like, so I just want to let you know, beat cancer twice. And I was like, great, good for you. And then he kind of was nice. And then I saw him one time after that before he died, and he was all right. But, you know, as my brother said, he was like, he just wants you to go back and forth with him. And I was like, I don't fucking have to. I was like, you live in that area. You guys have always had this weird love-hate thing going on. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you take him out to places, that you are his chauffeur. You know, I'm happy that you'll smoke turkeys for him, and then he'll buy you a fucking $800 smoker just to smoke him turkeys. Now, I'm glad that all that shit goes on. I'm glad he has people, but he's always been a prick, and I just don't have the fucking tolerance for it.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't. My tolerance for bullshit is fucking minimal. I just cut people out. I mean, Matt, you've heard this story before. People have told you this in threads where we've both been in it. I just cut people out, and I do. Like, I don't hide or run from that fact. If you piss me off and I don't feel like we can come to any type of, like, loggerhead over it, or any type of, like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I fucked up, or you fucked up, you're sorry, or whatever it is, like, I'm fine going back and forth and having combative relationships. As long as we both can be adults about it. But the moment I'm just like, my investment of affection and energy is not worth it, I gotta get out. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, you know.
So I just cut people off like a fucking gangrenous limb. I don't like to. I really don't. I try not to be a prick, but I can't be. I will be if you force me to. By the way, Matt, these are the two other heads that I'm kind of I might send your way. I don't know. I can't remember how to make my screen biggest. Solo, I guess. This head
There we go.
Oh, that's interesting.
is this one that you would.
I mean, I'd try and do something with it. Is it overkill? Kind of overkilly.
It might be overkill. Yeah. Okay. And
I could give it a shot. Yeah. I mean,
this is the other one.
Here's the deal with me. And
Here's the other one, Matthew.
Oh shit. Oh, it's a his driver.
Oh. All right.
The deal with me and action figure parts is I'll usually just throw them in a bin until I determine that they've been there for too long, and then I will move them along. But up until that point, I am happy to take anything.
I also got this head, but you're not getting it because I want it. It's I think it's a Ben 10 head.
Oh yeah, it looks like
I fucking love this head.
Yeah, I can't remember any of those characters' names, but there was some fun designs there.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me get into the thing I need to do before we jump into Mount Monsters.
All right.
I need a name for these 5 NPC mercenaries.
Okay.
They're in a mercenary company called the Thrice Picaroons of the Vale. And yes, I did make that up. And yes, the word Picaroons is a real word, and I really am in love with it. So they're all like have some type of connection to the 9 hells. So I have twin halflings, a Dugar, an Azamar, and a Dragonborn. So I need 5 good names.
Do you want to be serious?
They need to be moderately. So it's for Chaos Scar. So
Okay. All right.
I don't want to go buck wild because
Yeah.
then people get like, I don't know. Like I'm a weirdo. I don't like I'll use an example. All right. I love the name Duolingo. I know James is now like, oh, I should have named it something different. That name works for me.
That works
Sure.
for Star Wars.
Yeah, it works for Star Wars.
It really does.
I'm even like, there's something out beyond. You're not out, Super Spike. You guys come up with really good names. I don't use Duolingo, the app. So to me, it's like such a far back of my brain that the name just works completely.
Sure.
So interesting things like that, I think always work.
Hold on. I have this old campaign that I thought I had some pretty decent names in. Let me see if I can get it going.
So the reason I want them to have cool, decent names is because the PCs don't necessarily need to fight them.
Yeah.
And they could become reoccurring characters.
Okay.
Reoccurring background characters.
Twin tieflings. Oh, they're tieflings. Okay.
Gosh, twin tieflings, a Dugar, which is like a gray dwarf, and then Azamar, which are like angelically touched people, but they can fall from grace. And eventually, if they don't fix it, they will eventually reincarnate as a Rakshasa, which I think is interesting. And then Dragonborn. I think everyone knows what a Dragonborn is. I do like the name Smolder. I'm going to take that, Super Spike. I really like that name.
Draven Smolder.
Ooh, Draven Smolder. Damn. Yes. One down, real easy. Goes down smooth. That's fucking great. So, like for the Azamar, I was trying to think of something very like Catholic sounding.
Okay.
The Tieflings are both like, so I picked their class to be these skewed tribesmen. So they do like ritualistic cannibalism. And I like the idea of them having like, I don't know. My brain was on. Are you guys familiar with the Kroot in Warhammer 40K?
No.
So the Kroot are a race that's part of the Tau Empire, and the Tau are like this. They're the only, in my opinion, the only like good people in Warhammer 40K.
Really, they are.
Because they do this thing of like everything's for the greater good. They don't conquer other races. They come in and they're like,
join us.
Hey, join us for the greater good.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that's fine. But we will literally economically bleed you out so you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I think it's a great name. You just can never.
Oh damn! Pontifex Ignatius. Holy shit.
That's not bad.
That's really good. Okay, I'm sorry, Matt.
You can't let them know what the origin of it is because it'll ruin it. But an artist, Dan Schade, that I follow online, at one point created jokingly the anti-Columbo Obmulok. Obmulok. It's just Columbo backwards.
Okay.
I don't want to. MU. Nope, sorry. OBMU.
OBMU.
LOC.
Okay, I actually really like that.
So he did a art of it, and it's just like inverted colors, Columbo saying no more things.
Oh man, okay.
Are the twins are they what's their genders?
I don't care.
Okay. What about Volton and Vale?
Ooh, I like it. So the whole thing I was getting back really quick to the Kroot. The Kroot are a race that the Tau absorbed into their empire. Well, the thing about the Kroot is they eat the people, they eat their enemies. Yeah. And when they do, they have a genetic thing that lets them take traits from the people they eat. So like they eat like a space marine, they get bigger and stronger. They, if they eat an orc, they get bigger and stronger.
So
because most things
they're Kirby's.
Yeah, kind of. Except for they look really cool. They're kind of a mix between like bird people and like kind of like lizard people. So like dinosaur people almost.
Yeah.
And they have parts of their previously of their race that have devolved into like giant apes and into dogs because they ate so much of these animals, they just became them. So they're no longer like Kroot anymore. They're Kroot hounds. But there used to be bloodlines of the actual race, which is really interesting. And Yoshi. What did you say, Colin, those two names were?
Volton and Vale.
They're like this or with like this?
Like VAYL.
VAY?
Let me see.
LA?
I think so. Yeah.
You got me on my knees.
VAYLA. Yep.
Which
I'll be right
sounds very much like Tomax and
Zabot. Yeah.
Zabot.
Hey, yeah, dude.
So I kind of wanted to. I liked that idea. Like I said, I've been reading some stuff about the Kroot, and I was like, that for whatever reason that really struck me, and I was like, oh, what if you have these two twins who are basically cannibals? But they do it in kind of the same, like the Kroot, when they kill something, it's like they just pounce on it. They like, it's a big deal for them to like, okay, well, this is a great enemy. We eat of this enemy to like take its strength.
Yeah, I think, isn't there like, I feel like there's some old school like real world cultures that like would do that.
Yeah, like eat the livers of their enemies and things like that. I like that idea a lot. All right, so hey, here's the thrice damned Picaroons of the Vale.
Nice.
Obmulok. And he also is going to be one of those people, he will say no more things. I'm stealing that for sure. Volton Vale, Pontifex Ignatius, and Draven Smolder. And they're going to be hired by this Ediza, who is an Earth Genasi. And I'm very excited because this adventure that is in the Chaos Scar 4E stuff has to do with these two wizards who this wizard here is like a very much like is like a poor wizard. Nobody loves me. But he finds a shard of a genasi who figured out like the thing that makes the chaos scar is a giant meteor made up of like evil chaos. She even postulates that maybe it's a part of Therizadune, who is basically chained to God in the very center of the abyss, who is basically the chaos in the multiverse. And he's using her, Ediza, for her money. Her family's got money. So he's basically sleeping with her and slowly like bleeding her family to continue to buy stuff because he wants to make an expedition. She finds out and she just goes, well, fuck you. I'm going to beat you to it. And she starts an expedition beforehand. So he tricks the PCs into like helping him because he was like, I had an expedition and this lady came in with these mercenaries and she killed everybody. When the reality is he saw she beat him to it and had mercenaries. And he was like, I'm going to fake some injuries and I'm going to find some locals to fucking help me out. So yeah. So yeah, they end up like they're waking up this crystal that shan't not be awoken. All right, so that's where that's at. So I think we kind of figured out we wanted to use Summer and Woodlake, switching gears. Chaos Meteor would be a good band name. I agree with that.
Sounds like a really good metalcore band.
I'll move this over here. All right, so we're gonna use Summer and Woodlake. All right, so let's Summer Woodlake is a super stripped down version of PBTA, which I like. But there's a couple things I really, really, really think are cool. I think Matt and we talked about this last time. I don't know if Colin, if you were in for that or not.
I think so.
It uses these overview playbooks. So, yes, basically. Like college freshman and, younger sibling, high school graduate, college dropout, one who never left. And then you choose a background. And the backgrounds are like the narrowing down of who you are. That give you
yeah, I like that even more.
Yeah, I really like it.
I was just like that these were like actual subsets of like the overarching things.
So I think
you could be a jock that never left town. That's awesome. Okay, that's
so cool. I want to come up then with there's 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of these like broad overviews. So I think we should come up with the 5. I'm trying to think of a good thing to call them. Palettes, I guess. We can name it something Bigfoot oriented at some point. But so we need 5. And I kind of think like looking at these, and these are so broad, we can kind of do with whatever, because this is just like
5 toes of the Bigfoot.
5 toes of the Bigfoot.
I'm the big toe, aka.
Look at him. He's only got three claws.
They don't look like coffee cans. Ignore that. Ignore that.
So what are like 5
dog with turkey feet? Okay.
Toes of the Squatch. So what are the 5 toes? Like what are the?
Well, I mean, you could also just you could just call them AIM and S. And then figure out, work backwards from that, since they are the Ames team.
We could, yeah.
But
I'm gonna put
maybe I'm getting too clever there. We can just we can table it for now.
But I am gonna put Ames up here because I forgot we talked about that. Although it also
Absolutely.
makes me immediately think of Advanced Idea Mechanics,
Yes.
which I'm kind of love. My comic book brain is like, oh God, mixing these Squatch people with Advanced Idea Mechanics kind of makes me want to do that in a goddamn Marvel game. All right. So the 5 toes of the Squatch, what would they be? What would be these broad overviews if we were to break down those characters into the broadest spectrum?
Well, would we do it like with how they are, like on the
Nice.
show? You know, have like the rookie,
Or is that too?
or is that what? Yeah.
I think those would be the backgrounds.
Okay.
So my kind of thought was,
I mean, they're all
Sonic
just
is really
different, slightly
Squatch.
different.
Yes. Yes, Super Spike.
They're all just slightly different flavors of
Hillbilly.
grizzled old man.
So like old man.
Well,
They're
one
all
would have
old.
to be the young buck
Yes.
or the youngin. He's a youngin.
Young and better. Mountain Man.
Mountain Man.
Burnout. What's the last one?
Shifty. He's real shifty, that fella. Oh, a feller. Are you a feller? Hey, feller.
Concrete person.
Concrete. You don't want to be
You
a
want to
concrete.
have a concrete person in there?
I think Jeff is a concrete
That's what
person.
you have
I think
done.
Jeff is a closet concrete person.
They get some real pathos out of Jeff.
It gets me
as the
angry.
series
He's
goes
my
on.
favorite. I love Jeff.
Yeah.
And like, it gets me. I legit get kind of upset. Like when he's like, "Well, this is part of their thing. I think this is what this monster's about," and everyone's like, "Really, Jeff? Are you sure about that?"
My favorite so far with that is like when he talks about the lizard man attacking cars.
Yeah.
And Trapper just goes, "Come on, Jeff." And they pan over to Jeff, and Jeff looks legitimately hurt. Like, that was my idea for the show, and you just totally fucking ruined it.
Well, still they point out on Big Feats, like on the Kentucky Hellhound, he is so determined to sell it that it's blue. It's got a big mane like a horse. Everyone's like, it's a dog.
It's been interesting going. I mean, it's going to be forever for Big Feats to get to any of this, but like,
yeah.
Well, they did there's a whole season that's basically just one long continuing story.
I got into season 2 now.
No monsters.
It's
really?
Is that the wolf one after Trapper dies?
No, he's still around.
Where they just do wolves?
Oh no, they haven't gotten to that yet.
So we need to think of one more. We got Old Man, Youngin, Mountain Man, Burnout. So the way I'm looking at it is like Trapper, Buck, Mountain Man, I think is Huckleberry.
Sure.
Burnout, of course. We all know who this is. Let me go fall out this tree. Huh?
I don't think you should use. I think Tweaker would be better for Tweaker.
High energy.
He's high energy.
Okay, well, how about we call it? What'd you say? You said I said Burnout. You said Tweaker.
But I feel like maybe that's even because like I feel like those are so pinpoint for very specific.
Yeah,
I like Yokel.
Scrapper.
He's a scrappy fella.
Ooh, Scrapper's good.
Bit of a scrapper.
I do like Yokel a lot.
I feel like Scrapper encompasses
falling out of trees,
both Willie and Wild Bill.
A little bit. I was trying to think, what is Willie? Like, we need to think of something that, like, for Willie.
Well,
like,
what is Jeff?
Bona fide outdoorsman.
Oh yeah. What is Jeff then?
He's a concrete person. He's a double agent.
Should we put concrete person in there?
I don't know, because that's like such a negative thing for them if you're a concrete person.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd be allowed into Ames if you were found out to be although that would be some good drama.
Because
like, secretly a concrete person.
If we turn this into Old Wise Man, that's Jeff and Trapper.
Okay, sure.
I feel like Yokel could definitely be also for like Huckleberry.
See, I think of Huckleberry as Mountain Man. Huckleberry actually looks like a dude who lives in the woods, and like, Huckleberry is the most legit. Like, yeah, I've killed a deer with my bare hands. No, not even.
I mean, he was in the Marines, so he might have killed a man.
Are you talking about
Huckleberry was in the Marines?
Huckleberry?
Yeah, Huckleberry and Wild Bill are both at least claim Marine.
I doubt Wild Bill. I
actually
think
doubt
that's stolen
Wild Bill.
valor.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I'm not 100% on him, I mean, but yeah, Huckleberry also claims it.
Although I'll give Wild Bill credit. In season 2, he stopped saying hoorah and he's now saying oorah. So he's learning.
That was a note.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. All right. Like, I love that guy.
I just love that he says, all the time, like he's cutting a fucking Scott Steiner promo.
Yeah, bro. Yep.
Get yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
God.
I'm trying to think now.
Mountain Man. So what? Okay, so we got Youngin, Mountain Man. What else?
Let's see.
My southernness is fading.
I mean, we could just.
I mean, Hayseed, Hick,
Hillbilly. We could go like
Pumpkin.
That's the thing. Is like, to me, a lot of those just kind of are way more negative than the ones we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually kind of like Yokel more than any of those other ones. Just because I don't think Yokel bleeds as negative.
Right.
We could just put Hunter in there.
Well, they also, they call them outdoorsmen a lot. Hardcore, outdoorsmen in the lead in.
Should we just put
Survivalist?
Survivalist
I
is
don't
good.
know. Because that could be a Willie.
Did I just misspell the shit out of that?
As he's kind of like the Schwarzenegger and Predator of the group. Always making his traps out there.
All right. I feel like we've got our 5 toes of the Squatch. Which sounds like really, really great martial arts. So now we need our backgrounds.
Ooh. Instead of Old Wise Man, it should maybe be Papa.
I'm down with Papa.
He's the Papa.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back on phrases they've used in the show, but
I just know they always say, Wild Bill, you got a lot of high energy.
So Papa, how do we want to give a brief description of these?
Well, Papa, I think, would be the Old Wise Man. The page, yeah. My brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. This is Daryl Jr. The head of the group. The man with the plan.
see after
Keeper of lore, yeah.
Actually,
Jeff's kind of the keeper of lore.
Well, I think we have to put like Keeper of Lore should be a background.
Yeah. Oh, there you. Yeah.
So Youngin,
it's see after Trapper can't do it anymore. Buck becomes de facto leader.
That's right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Youngin, new, but
New Blood has a lot to learn. Gets put through
Squatch bait. Yeah.
Their paces. Is everyone's little brother. Fuck you. That's a thing. You stupid piece of shit. Mountain Man. Sorry.
Grizzled.
Lives off the fat of the land. Grizzled.
Hardened.
Hardened. The hustle behind the muscle. No, I'm cutting promos.
Yes.
Wild card.
The wild card.
High
High
energy.
energy. Able to
climb
fall
trees,
out
not
of
come
trees.
down.
Yeah.
Able to fall out of trees.
Little or no injury.
Well,
Mhm.
we
Able
don't know if
to
he's injured or not, but he's not reacting to the injuries.
able to scour the environment and build makeshift traps and equipment out of the
Because doesn't he work in a salvage yard for like,
Plymouth
legit?
of Pickens.
No, we don't know what any of them actually.
Oh, okay. Or no, he was just hanging out. He was hanging out at his uncle's salvage yard in one episode. He's like, "This is my uncle's salvage yard." It's just okay.
An avid outdoorsman, a trapper, a hunter, a prepper, that scary ass guy who actually enjoys eating MREs. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't got time to bleed. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're right about that, Spike. They might be.
All right, now we do backgrounds. Now we got to figure out. Let's see how many backgrounds they put in here. There are 10 backgrounds.
Former concrete person maybe should be a background.
Lore master. We can fiddle with the name.
Master. I love that. It's like
We can change the name. I'm just tossing these out.
Lore master. No, it works. I love it. Husky, yes.
Expert caller.
Bigfoot security.
Security. Former concrete person. How many is this so far? 5?
Yeah.
5. Okay.
What do they call Wild Bill?
Retired
He's
military.
an expert tracker.
The tracker, yeah.
Which he does not and never
Ever
will
track.
do. He has gotten into he has become trying to become an expert in scat of and he does Jeff cosplay.
He does do Jeff cosplay. Tannerite procurer. Comic relief. We've got that. That's fucking Wild Bill, baby. Huh?
Everybody's comic relief at some point.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they all take their
trade,
turn.
They trade that off. They try and force Buck into that role, and then
oh god, poor Buck.
Distributed.
Isn't this
don't worry.
Papa, Peepaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Banjo Maestro.
Banjo Minstrel.
Maestro, but Minstrel.
Minstrel also works though. Well, so here's the thing. Should we start adding like our stuff in here now that we've got? Like, to me, these 7 fill most of the primary shit. And we could change lore master. We could add researcher.
And there's so much overlap too, because they all like, Trapper's like, this thing is this, does this, this, and this, and then somebody would be like, and this, and then Jeff's like, well, I heard that in this county, it's like, well, I don't care about the history of whatever. What does this have to
Because
do?
I feel like lore master and researcher would be different.
Yeah, there's some
It's the
different.
difference between int and wisdom in D&D.
Oh, like
Also,
research.
it could be that the researcher is on staff of the show.
Ah,
Because I think this is maybe where, I know we talked about this last time, maybe adding a couple things like cameraman or director as these backgrounds.
I don't know.
yeah. The producer does recur does show up a few times.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who was the person that you said got captured and who was Hispanic and they were like,
Oh,
was that a cameraman?
Paco or Pablo?
Wait, was he a cameraman?
Yeah, he was a sound guy.
Crew. How about that?
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is 10 really good ones. Okay, let's look back at so oh man. So we'll have to do a background as far as like these are more like history. No, they're not even that. Because I feel like bonds and conflicts are their history, but I feel like this is just a question. So we need to do a, let's go down here and make a sheet. So we're gonna boom. So we need a name. Let's see how deep we want to go on this. Name, age, pronouns. Actually, we're gonna go age, pronouns instead of gender. I like that a lot. Whereabouts? Because I want you to say, am I a town? Am I a yokel, which would be a townie? Am I a hillbilly, which means I'm out in the middle of nowhere, or am I a concrete person? Am I a city guy? I kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
Okay, what you look like. So I want to change this background thing. What's your story?
What you look like?
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he
Ooh, I kind of like who's your daddy?
Who's your kin?
Kin works better. Because we do find out that, like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh no, they all have native blood.
Yeah, it makes Buck very susceptible to seeing that little ghost girl in season 2.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, it gets even crazier. But we also learn that, yeah, Jeff has a wife and kids, that Willie has a wife or girlfriend or something, and a lot of them have grandkids. So
yeah, Trapper's already mentioned his grandkids a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like this a lot. So they've got this background. I think with background would be what's your story? Secret?
Yeah.
Inventory. Then we got like what wounds, harm and breaking point. We can figure out different words for this. Um. Ooh, that's good too. That's really good. That's great, Shaggy. We should add that. I like that a lot. That's a great little thing to add in there. Bring this up a little bit. Okay, so we've got that. So then we need our scores: senses, body, heart, mind. Do we want to change these up at all?
I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if we wanted to use some different wording for that. Heart, mind. Okay. Oops. And then I do like this bonds and conflicts. So we're going to keep that.
Yeah, because that definitely, yeah, the group dynamics.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then it would just come down to like that's kind of what the character sheet would look like. We'd have to.
Yeah.
Of course, it needs to be completely fucking redone, but
yeah,
no.
it's doable though.
Then we get down to these backgrounds. So then we got to figure out, like, I like this idea that, like, hey, these also like give you skills and take skills away.
Mm.
And then there's 2 abilities. You choose one special move and add its perks to your playbook. So it still gives you not just the choice of like what your background is, but also the choice of like, I have 2 different abilities that I choose from. So
Yeah.
just because I'm the activist doesn't mean I need to be this type of activist. I can actually be this type or this type.
Nice. Yeah, that works.
Matt, it's over. It's an hour now. I don't know when your out is today.
I got a little bit of time.
All right. Do we want to start on this? Or do we just want to?
You guys?
Did you just say fuck you guys?
No.
You just Eric Cartman us? Like, fuck you guys. I was like this idea of
Up to you guys.
Colin, what do you think?
I'm into it if you want to.
At least dip our toes in, see how we're feeling.
I like resolutions. Like these are your okay. All right. So what does the lore master do? So let's do a little brief like thing about what it is. Knows the tall tales of the area, as opposed to the researcher, which would be can dig up, can find locals in the know, ask the right questions.
Yeah.
And knows where the local library is. Knows the tall tales of the area. knows a guy who knows a guy, and has been handed down the oral tradition of the area. That makes sense how these two are different.
Yeah. Yep.
What the hell's the area?
What would Husky Ninja be then? This is one where I'm kind of drawing a little bit of a.
Yeah, Husky Ninja is a tough one. That almost feels, I guess if it's going to be like that feels almost like it should be like are there skills in this?
No, it's a TBTA game or PTBA game.
Well, right, but like in some of the PBTA games, it's like, oh, here's, you can get like this will give you a bonus to here, or
Yeah, there is that. Like if we look down here, it's like we'll never had a loss of word. Your passionate fight for the things you care about has made you an excellent negotiator and debater. Add +1 when you try to persuade someone who is your age or older.
Yeah, see, Husky Ninja almost feels like one of those.
Okay.
To me.
I don't disagree. Where would you put that then? Would you put that under expert caller?
No, I guess if everything is going to have to be under something. So,
Yeah, I guess, because if you're gonna do that, like that could be,
because to me that's where you take expert caller and you can either go to the Husky Ninja path or you can go to a different.
Yes,
or is
like
if
you're the Husky Ninja, you're able to like jump over the stream. If there's a stream in your way, you can jump it. And if you're not the Husky Ninja, you might take a tumble or I don't know. It's that kind of a play or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that would play out. It feels
with researcher. I'd also add has access to the laptop.
I like that. Wouldn't that be like an ability?
Yeah. Because when you guess what, I got pictures of it on my phone. That's or I got that USB stick right here that my trail cam.
Now I'm trying to remember. There's a bit where Jeff is undercover.
Oh Jesus Christ! I can't wait for this.
And
wait, what?
Yeah. They've got stuff from a trail cam, and they need to access it. And they've got Jeff's laptop, but they don't know his password. And I can't remember what. Because Huckleberry's like type in whatever, and it's the most absurd shit. And it's the password.
Ooh, I think the expert caller and the other thing, it's either Husky Ninja or maybe that's just because I've become obsessed with this phrase, but put a little ass into it.
Yeah. I mean if you want to go for
maybe that's a thing that everyone could do. They could all just put a little ass into it.
You could put body and just call it put a little ass into it.
If you want to just name abilities, yeah, we could do that all day because you got I am a weapon.
Yeah, because then also
we also need one more thing now because we got rid of Husky Ninja.
Cut them long, deep.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, I could 3 ways,
wide
long,
or whatever.
deep, and wide.
You
get me in a corner with that Mothman. Cut his throat.
So
get you some.
Get you some. That could be I'll roll to get you some. Bigfoot lover number 1.
We confirm with intense challenges or violence. The Husky Ninja has a +1 to body.
Yeah.
That work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, we can add to these like knows the sounds of the woods, knows how to speak to the beasts of the world. I I don't know what the third part about that would be.
Um,
And isn't afraid to fall into a river. So what would the lab has access to the laptop do for you?
um,
I would assume it would give you mind or senses.
yeah.
Probably senses. Because that's take search or take stock or search.
Yeah.
But what would
Yeah,
it
because you
do?
are taking stock of the situation, I guess, when they're looking at like, oh, that's what we're dealing with now. Okay.
Or maybe it's a, you know, it's something for the whole, like it's a team kind of buff.
Yeah.
Use it because you're increasing
Maybe
everybody's knowledge.
That's right. Yeah, because they all huddle around it. That's right.
this type of researcher takes time. It can allow the team to all have a temporary +1 to what was that? Senses.
Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, because
But they all must specify exactly what they are trying to discern. Does that work?
Yeah.
For sure.
I do love when we do this type of stuff. All right. We still need another
Archetype or whatever.
archetype. Yeah. Oof, background, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I like archetype way better. That's a good word.
Okay. So, conquer person, time.
I think one of these needs to be hoorah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would spell that.
HOORAH.
HOORA. Would it be? Because I always think of hooray.
That's hooray would have a Y.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
Hoorah.
When you reach into your past valor, stolen or not, you may subtract. You may take a -1 to both your current harm and breaking point status. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that work?
I think so. Yeah, man. Do we just want one
researcher only member of the group that can read fluently? Bigfoot lumber #1. Only one person has the password to open the lab. You don't want to know what's in that laptop. So they're split up. They can't use it. Yeah, exactly. That's why they always go in little teams.
Yeah, and they always are in multiple teams.
Well, it heightens the drama.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
They split that party.
And by every episode.
See, man, I don't know if this really works on this body or not.
I don't know. I think it could.
I think so. Maybe
I agree.
I do like it, and now it makes me want to make sure I track one down for you as well.
No, don't worry about me now.
Later, Shaggy.
Bye, Shaggy.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Thanks
dude.
as always.
Good chatting.
Have a good rest of your weekend. All right. So so while we think of that other archetype, what's our little blurb for security? What makes security special?
They would have to be. I feel like they're like if you got to put a you know, they're a they're the tank. They're the ones who are gonna they're gonna take. Even though it doesn't necessarily play out that way in the show, I feel like that Huckleberry kind of takes that on, like, oh, I gotta protect everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he does, but
That work?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a little less pithy than. And again, like I said, what I'm writing is not
Oh, no, none of it's set in stone. Just
written in stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure if you.
Unlike the Bigfoot maps of the local rivers.
Moonshined up with a taser. All right. What about former concrete person? So, someone who was living
1 foot in
big-
the
big
backwoods,
city,
1 foot in the city.
but
Yeah.
now has 1 foot in
Kind of make them like
the
the daywalker of the group.
holler
They
and
can go between worlds.
1 in 1 in.
I mean, there is some of that, not so much that way, but more it's like, oh, that we need somebody who's like super hillbilly to go and talk to this.
Exactly. Yeah, and they'll send Huckleberry out to like
it'll like
deal
talk to
with real
Sockless Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I don't know. Maybe there could be something where like if the Ames guys get too close to like a real big city, they start feeling like ill or something like that, or they take like like kind of like bad negative effects to them. I don't know, but the former concrete person, they're able to go in and out with ease. I don't know. Could be a lot of fun there.
Ooh, best snacks is a good one. 1 foot in the HOA. That's way better. That's way better.
That's super good.
Super Spike just killing it. I agree. We'll call this "Let Me Talk to."
Let me talk to him.
Yeah.
We're gonna say this is like when the team is forced to talk to concrete people. This background lets the PC interact with a +1 to that would be probably, I want to say mind, but I'm not sure. So let's check here. Yep, mind. All right. What else we got here, guys? I'm gonna put a little space between these just so I can
Yeah.
get a.
See it, yeah.
We still have one to.
Yeah.
Come up with.
Yeah.
Tracker is able to interpret sign.
Can read
able to find
signs, the footprints, and can taste the scat to let the team know just what they're looking for. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd put the scat thing in there
The
because
he pissed here.
you know.
Found us a
Oh,
chupacabra
goddamn,
pistol.
super spike are on the same, yeah.
I think the tracker's ability should be like, it's personal now.
Oh, is that is that where we get to? It's personal. Now it's personal.
I feel like he's the one who's always saying it. Like, yeah, Trapper as the tracker or whatever. Now it's personal. Or yeah. I feel like you got to do that. Now it's personal, and that could be something as silly as like now they pull out a Glock 9mm, or they just get all fired up. Yeah. Now it's personal. That damn Sasquatch damn came and tried to damn get me. Damn through me. Son of a bitch.
I like this idea of add 2 when you intimidate a person.
Yeah. You're intimidating the cryptids when you scream out into the woods.
When you use violence and miss, choose 1 instead of 2. But I'm not sure what that actually means. We could say once per encounter. When using violence, you can raise your result level 1. So if you rolled like a 7, you could say now it's a 10.
I love it. Super spikes. Firing some heat.
I think runs into the woods needs to be a thing.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Oh no, definitely. That.
What do you think of putting like once per encounter, you may raise your roll 1 level. It's like if you roll the fail, you can say I roll a fail with consequence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because now it's fucking personal.
Do you have to explain how it's personal or no?
Yes, you must explain how this has become a personal issue between you and whatever you are dealing with. Who would we put running into the woods?
I mean, it's
basically everyone, but I mean,
well, yeah, but I mean, it's very much Bill. He's the one who always takes off.
So would that be survivalist then, or scrapper?
Scrapper.
Okay.
And you could just does you run in the woods, or you want to call it like, energy is just way up there.
We could put they have high energy.
Because it almost seems like a compulsion at times. He's like, no, I have to just do this.
So
the scrapper has a bag of mountain magic. What's in this bag of mountain magic? You don't know, but it gives him the high energy. Yeah, no, basically, Matt. Yeah.
Okay, what does this do? When
I mean, I almost feel like it would just be like an ability to like it should be there's something like ignore the effects of damage.
Yeah,
Like
it should
like
be.
you'll have to you're still getting damaged and you'll have to deal with it later, but it doesn't stop you.
Yeah,
duration of this encounter,
almost like a rage for a barbarian.
you may
Yeah.
ignore all current harm and what's the other one called? Breaking point effects. Once the encounter ends, these will come into full effect up to and including death. I know they've mentioned Shine, but I haven't seen them get knee deep into any Shine lore yet.
There was an episode that we saw not too long ago where they needed to get a camera card from some guys, and Huckleberry traded. I don't know if it was whiskey or Shine, but he was trading off some of his stuff to get them to give him the information.
Would we put that
Traded
with
a whole jar of Sasquatch piss? Is what they call it. And they were all like, "You're treating them the Sasquatch piss."
Oh shit! I think I fucked that
Buck
up.
mentioned that they would that it would be a good time, but they would be waking up the next evening.
So where is this going? They have high energy under which background? Do we say that would be retired military tracker?
Um,
I would say under retired military.
yeah.
Because I accidentally put it up here where it doesn't.
Oh yeah, under Scrapper, because those don't have, or those more stat block impacts for those maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Shine stat.
All right, what else we thinking here?
I feel like all classes should have a testimonial or recap ability that they can use a certain number of times per session.
So I was going to use that instead of like flashback. So at any time, once per game, you could stop and just give a testimonial.
Yeah, I feel like you should. I feel like you should be able to do it, give a testimonial, and then use it. You can use it to like recontextualize or even like change stuff that has happened, because that'll sometimes happen where they'll just be like,
which is basically what a flashback can do. And we're going to put a bullet point here. Which one do I want? I'll use this one instead of using the flashback. We'll be using the testimonial. Each player has the ability to use this once per session. In doing so, they may stop. How would you define this, Matt?
They may stop the game and give a recap / recontextualization of the I don't know if we want to set a duration or just recent events.
Does that work?
Yeah.
So the DM has final discretion. So it can't be like, and then I got my atom bomb out. It's like,
Right.
come on, man.
Mm.
I like that a lot, though, Matt. I really do. Because I was going to use flashback, but I like testimonial for this game so much more. So we've actually got retired military done.
Okay.
So what is retired military? Like what's it do? Like what is it? Also, if you look, both of these powers are basically like one just steals you, and one is like, nope, fuck it, I'm powering through even to the point of death.
Yeah, that
I almost feel like we should move this to either the tracker or the security.
yeah, that'd work. I think you could put it under security.
What would you call it under security, though? Tougher than leather?
Yeah. I like that.
But I still want to keep hoorah as a thing. And I think my idea with hoorah would be it's another one of those like team boost things. The PC can give the rest of the team a +1 to, what do you think, body?
Yeah.
Body or heart? I kind of like the idea of heart. Like it gives them like this, like, yeah.
Well, let's see. So heart in this case is
read a person comfort. Yeah.
I just joined a Mountain Monsters Wild Bill fan club.
I think body. I think body's right.
Yeah, body's right.
Body. This is a team with +1 to body for the encounter. You take 1 harm.
And yeah, Super Spike is right. We want to get rid of the past valor bit from the one we moved under security. So under, yeah, tougher than leather. There's nothing there with.
So when you reach into your
you or even just like you've lived a hard life.
You've lived a hard life, and your team means everything to you. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? We still have hoorah. Did we do hoorah? Yeah.
Yeah, you did give hoorah. Yep.
PC can give the rest as well.
For the retired military, I would like to read this quote from Wild Bill. Ain't nothing stop this old Marine. Rain, snow, shine, hurricanes, typhoons. There ain't nothing I get her done. Coming hot. Yeehaw!
What about expert collar up here? What's the other thing of Buck? It's not just expert collar. He what else did he do besides being a husky ninja?
Well, he says daggone a lot.
He does say daggone a lot. What does daggone do? Not to be confused with dagon. Is Buck a secret dagon cultist?
I think dagon has technically because it's always like something will happen or he'll see something and it's always this his
he was a skeptic at one point too.
Brief
skeptic.
Yeah,
we could call it I need evidence. What would daggone be though?
Well, so we've got could it give you like a buff to whatever like the mental stuff is? So like senses? Because it's always when he notices something.
Yeah. When the PC
makes a sense check.
Makes a sense check. What would it do then?
They can shout daggone. And get, some sort of an advantage to their roll or their stat. I don't know what that would look like.
How about we get real wild? An extra dice to their check for this encounter.
This encounter or roll?
For this roll.
And is there a limit on how many times they can use this per session?
They may only use this ability once per session. All right, well, expert collar's done.
Okay, and I would also say dagon can be used to assist another player. So if somebody else is making a check, the expert collar can also say dagon and give them the extra dice.
Perfect. I like that a lot. I really like that. Well, I have to point out, like, if you don't yell daggone, you don't get that power.
Nope.
Does not work.
Nope.
Yeah, you gotta like be like, hoorah, daggone. Now it's personal.
Get him with my whooping stick.
Whooping stick. We could put whooping stick somewhere. I like that. Should we put that under security? And make it like an addition to damage, to harm?
Yeah.
Well, or is it that like when you start a session, you have a certain number of rifles and shotguns that have to be distributed amongst the members of the team?
Okay. Hold on, we're putting that down here. At the we're gonna put that under. What will we put that? Equipment?
Yeah.
At the beginning of a new, they call it a hunt. What do they call it?
Yeah, they call it. Well, investigation is the first night.
The team must decide how they are going to fill their collective 9 slots of equipment. We're going to make this up full cloth. I like the idea of it being like one of those inventory systems where you only have so much. So I'm going to say like their little ATV is like 4 slots.
Oh.
Actually, we're going to say 12 slots.
Okay. Yeah, you can always tweak that too. Because it's all they usually have. There's always seems to be like one or two less guns than there are people. Though sometimes some of them have 2.
Yeah. So, like, do they call them something different than, are they just ATVs? I can't remember. Didn't they call them something? Side to side.
Side by sides.
Is it side by sides?
Yeah.
I've never heard them call that.
Oh, they do all, yeah.
I know on the show they do. I just can't remember.
Oh yeah, no, that is technically what like the it's a side by side ATV because you
shotgun is 1 slot. Actually, I feel like a shotgun should be 2 slots.
Yeah, the only thing that should be 1 slot I would say would be the infrared camera or a pistol. Well, knives, but anyway, I think everybody pretty much just has a knife.
Yeah, pocket knife.
Yeah, so I think knife is just standard equipment and doesn't take a slot.
Yeah, it seems everyone's got multiple pocket knives.
Everybody gets a knife and a headlamp.
Headlamp, yeah.
Pocket knives and headlamps are a free piece of equipment for all PCs.
And then I also feel like the walkie-talkies should be free, but there's only 2.
Yeah,
I like that. The team has 2 walkie-talkies to use between them. All right, so
and I do like what Super Spike threw out there.
Oh,
because both Huckleberry and Wild Bill will carry larger knives.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger knife, 1 slot. What else do they carry?
Well, so there's shotguns and they also have rifles. And it doesn't matter which you carry because neither of them will ever be fired. But and then as later on,
well, they might in game.
Yeah, that's true.
I just put 2
Huckleberry starts carrying an assault rifle. But I feel like if you're going to throw that in there, it can only be carried by certain classes, and there's only 1 allowed for the team because you can tell it's his assault rifle. Like he brought it from home, nobody else gets to use it.
What can what classes? So it'd be like retired military and security.
Yeah.
Or is it security or? And only 1.
Yeah, there's only 1
across the team
between the 2. Yeah.
It's just like how only 1 of them can run at any given time. There's only 1 assault rifle available.
And I feel like maybe length of rope.
Well,
So one thing I wanted to put in here is trap scrap,
There you go.
4 slots.
and there are in as the series progresses, there are several times where Willie and Wild Bill are rappelling down things.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, there's a great bit of drama in an episode I just watched where like Willie falls off the side of a cliff face and like then Wild Bill needs to rappel down to save him, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
How many slots do you think that would be? Like 2 or 1?
I'd go 2. It's bulky.
Yeah. Yeah, because you end up with the harness on and everything like that. You got the gloves.
So if you gotta make sure, because they only use it when there's a cliff for them to.
And it might only be 20 feet, but they're gonna rappel down it.
Well, that was the other thing in the episode. The first time they used the rappelling hook, they rappelled down.
Didn't they have
cliff.
flares too at one point?
I don't remember them ever using flares. They had torches.
Yes.
We're going to put flares in here. I mean, we can go a little bit off.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing to include.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're taking a little bit from the Bigfoot video game that we all love so much. What else is in that game, Colin? Can you think of anything else? Bear trap.
Bear trap. There's like the perimeter sensor things that you can pick up, like little cameras.
Oh, they do use trail cams.
Yeah.
Not as often as they probably should.
What else? I mean, would we want to put in like first aid? Something like that. First aid kit.
You could, yeah, I feel like first aid might not be a bad thing. Shine.
Yeah, make it shine, or just like I need to have a sit down or something like that. You know, like I'm winded.
Because I feel like you could use that as a buff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking this little system we've come up with. Is 12 slots going to be enough?
It might not be, but is that? I mean,
but that's also part of the idea.
Yeah, you'll have to be really judicious in what you're taking.
Yeah, but you could also make it like if it ends up like that's not enough, you could give each player a certain number of slots, and then maybe like a team slot or a team inventory.
Do we want to put in maybe this is overkill for equipment, but grandma's grocery getter?
No. I'm assuming they all have vehicles to get where they're going.
But like, I don't know. Maybe it could be like some kind of bane to the player who has grandma's grocery getter.
It only shows up the once.
Yeah, and he gets really defensive about it. It's like, yeah, good one, bro. That's what it is. Grandma's grocery getter. Let's not talk about it anymore.
So would that work if we have 4? If each person has 4 slots,
it might even need to be because
I want it to be like you have to actually make some decisions.
Yeah, but I would say
maybe like 6.
Yeah.
Oh God! Hey y'all, watch this.
Enough
should be a
to
power.
Carry,
Fuck yeah, it should.
If each person has 6, then they can carry, or maybe 5.
Yeah, I feel like maybe 4 just might be a little too.
All right, we'll go 4, and we'll keep this at 12. I want it to be like a thing where they have to make some like hard choices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, totally. All
right.
And then that also facilitate a lot of like, oh, you have that? Could we use that? Like, let's have you do this. I'll set up this. Like, yeah.
Or we have to, or even just like, if you could incorporate the mechanic where it's like, oh no, we don't have what we need to come back tomorrow.
There you go. Yeah, because that definitely is a staple of the show of like returning the days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should Hey Y'all Watch This be under security? I kind of feel like that's a little perfect.
I think, yeah, go for it.
But what does it do?
Do you want to go as far as just like it's an automatic success on a thing?
Yes, I like that a lot.
Because basically
Once
it's just like
per game, once per session. A PC can use this to turn their
Christy's here.
into a full success. Perfect. Farmer scrapyard, which inexplicably has a thing. That should be, yeah. I mean, that should be under. Did we decide that's it? Yeah, that's under. Which should be under tracker. So we need it to be the other thing after now it's personal. So should we just say convenient scrap?
Gone picking.
Gotta have something.
Look what I found.
Look at this.
Look at this. I kind of like look what I found, but
have
like when they find that
like,
giant empty tanker out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What happened?
I fell yesterday and my whole body's like fuck right off. Oh, I just rubbed my arm wrong. I almost fell in the yardway spin, which would have been a fucking amazing feat. Look over yonder's not bad. That might be a good name for it.
Or well, now looky here.
Looky here is also very good. Come on, Matt. You're or Christy, you're in chat, but Matt, you're ahead of all of us in this.
I am.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you are. You are the lore master right now.
Which we haven't done anything for lore master yet. And we still have one background we have to fill. We have a blank background still. Since we turned Husky Ninja into an ability.
Yeah. Well, so go back up to the I almost because I feel like it should. What are the
Holler Mark's real good.
What are the backgrounds again? That we already have.
We have background wise.
Yeah.
We have lore master, expert caller, security, former concrete person, retired military, tracker, researcher, producer, crew, and then a blank.
Okay, I almost feel like it needs to be.
I'm going to move some of these.
Yeah, I think Holler Mark wins it out.
Holler Mark's real good, guys.
Real fucking solid. Yeah, good job, Christy.
Builder or something like that to encapsulate Willie's whole deal. I don't know what you want to.
Trap master.
You could just call it Trapper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we have Trapper, I think, above.
Do we?
Yeah. Is there another word for Trapper though that we maybe should use? Sorry, I'm just trying to put all the ones we haven't done up above.
My mind just goes to Voyager, which is totally wrong. So,
rigging it's really good too. Damn.
Rigging it, yeah. Do we have a full-on rookie?
Right? We don't, but it's kind of under.
Rookie is its own thing up here. It's a
youngin. That's youngin. That's right.
Who's gonna bait the traps? It's a youngin. That's a youngin job. I like rigging it or holler mart.
Yeah, either of those are really good.
Let's use rigging it for now.
Whoa.
What's rigging it do?
You done? No, I don't want to do that. Rigging it. What would it do? Would that give you a plus to anything, or would you just be able to like? Oh, Spike has a good kind of take on it.
Well, so is rigging
Yeah,
it?
that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is you find it and
Okay.
once per session.
You find I mean, could it be you find just what you need?
You can take I would say you can take a +1 to what is it? Senses?
Or is it more you find an item that'll let you that's just what you need?
To senses with a mixed success, you find what you are looking for, but in the process take 1 harm. We would put on a failure, you can't find your ass with both hands and a road map. With a mixed success, you find what you're looking for, but in the process take 1 harm. On a success, you find just what you needed. Sorry, guys.
Oh, actually, yeah, you should for the he's got high energy one, there should be some kind of like yeah, I feel like that should also be something where maybe instead of the you could choose, so instead of these coming into full effect, you can give everybody else on the team a negative to some of their stats. It's like, so at like if you're doing this, you can ignore those effects, and then at the end of the encounter, either you get hit with everything, or during the encounter, your energy is so high that you're just kind of fucking everybody else up.
Yeah, because Willie always looks very
yeah, this time it was just like he's just running off.
Run down the Wild Bill.
Yeah, just like trash and shit. Or when the encounter ends, yeah.
I like that. That's good. Just from helping. I'm just.
I don't know what it should do, but put a little ass into it. Should be.
Yeah, we got to figure out where that would be.
And actually, I am gonna drop. I got a bunch of crap to do around the house here today.
Yeah,
so
it's getting close for me too, man. I might have to.
We can call it here. That's fine.
Yeah.
We got a lot done.
We did a ton.
We'll pick it back up. This has been, but Christy,
we need to figure out our beast here too.
Yeah, Christy, I do you guys want to do this next week as well?
Next week I am out, but if you guys want to keep rocking on it,
well, I'm not going to rock on this without you, Matt.
Yeah,
I've got the swap next weekend, so I'm going to be out.
Okay. Do you want to do live from the swap?
I would not be able to focus on it. I might hop on. I could pop on briefly.
Yeah,
and do
I'm just saying, just pop
Anyway.
on and give us a.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot for sure.
That's my livelihood. No, we don't. Hold on. Let me throw the companies down really quick.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, there's some real gold happening right now.
Yeah. Stuff to use with what, which was what now? It was that's my livelihood.
Into it.
That's my livelihood.
Livelihood. Put some ass into it. Okay. I just wanted to get those down before I forgot.
Yeah, put some ass.
All right. So
yes, another item, and maybe it's like a legendary item or something. Would be
was it the book?
Well, Hillbilly Caviar.
Hillbilly Caviar should just be on here, but it's going to cost 3 slots because it smells so fucking bad.
Or maybe it doesn't take any slots, but
no, it takes slots.
It gives everybody a negative effect.
Oh, god damn it!
While you carry it.
Okay. The use of
it attracts
3
cryptids.
Slots can be mitigated by everyone in the team starting with 1 harm.
You want to do harm, or is it just like, oh, this smells so bad, our senses are screwed up?
No, it's going to be straight up harm.
It's got to be straight up harm. All right.
So dumb. I love it.
Yeah,
all right,
it's great.
All right, Matt, where can people find you?
I'm here most Sundays. I'm on the Dave Wonder channel most Tuesdays doing Chop and Shop. And yeah, that's about it. I've got an Instagram that I haven't updated in forever. I just deleted the Twitter app off my phone because fuck that guy. But I am over on Blue Sky, so you can find me there. And if anybody needs Blue Sky codes, let me know.
Thank you for Moss Man, Matt.
You're welcome for Moss Man. How's he smell?
He smells good. He smells kind of like oregano, actually.
Oregano.
I ordered I found a cheap like $5 the flocked Mythic Legions Mossman head. I've got that coming because I'm gonna put that head on this body because it's more like the 2000X head, I think.
Yeah, I just like that better. I mean, I get he's just a beast man with mold on him essentially, but I do like the later versions of him. Like, hold on, let's give him a little bit of his own personality because he's not like a raging monster thing.
No,
Mossman's awesome.
Colin,
Mang on Tuesdays, Spoopy Boys Thursdays. We're doing
When Evil Lurks
for this Thanksgiving. So come and enjoy that. And you can find me also here some Sundays hopping on to do some brainstorming.
I think we might do Minecraft this Friday if anyone's interested. Cassandra had mentioned the possibility of that. If not Minecraft, then we will play something where all of us can like get on together and play something fun.
I should be free for that. Tony's got.
I know James said he was a maybe, and I'm also a maybe. So we'll see how.
We'll try to do something fun. So for me, you can find me. Let me grab my stupid calendar because I can't remember where I'm at, let alone what.
You got what? Chaos Scar tomorrow?
Chaos Scar's tomorrow. Oh no, what no, but why? But why? Chaos Scar tomorrow. Why is my calendar all wonky all of a sudden? So my computer kind of weirdly shut down on me, and now I'm trying to figure out I lost a bunch of stuff that I was working on.
Oh yeah, so, you did. I do remember you mentioning that, dealing with that during Extra Life.
Yeah. So tomorrow, whoa, why is that not on there? My computer didn't save any of my stuff. My calendar didn't save any of my updated stuff.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm looking at my calendar and it's not. Oh, because I'm not in the right calendar. That scared the piss out of me. So pardon me for that. All right, Chaos Scar tomorrow. Spoopy Boys on the 23rd, which is Thanksgiving. Just remember, God is dead, so he's not going to answer.
That's true.
When evil lurks. Whew. I think Earl Lukes referred to that as a relentless movie, and I would agree.
I'm so excited to watch it.
I know
again.
I have to put it in the Discord. I'm not sure how to do it. And Richard and Shannon are at Disney, or they're at Star Wars, I think. They're at one of those two places right now.
Oh.
And then Friday is Bad at Games. Don't know what we're playing yet, but we'll play something we can all have fun with. 26th is prep school. I don't know what we're doing. And then Monday is the 27th. Supposedly it's Take Me Home Old Fay Roads, is 0. But I've got no real interest in that, so I'm just going to probably drop it.
Okay.
And then that Tuesday is Meng on Meng. So there you have it. Got stuff coming up. And next time we do this where we work on Mountain Monsters, Christy, I will be sending you an invite. So
Yeah.
Myself. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you,
Yes.
Matt and Colin. You lovely humans.
All the time. So fun hanging out with
Christy
you guys.
for hopping in the chat, holding it down.
That was great.
All right, guys.